Emotional eating, weight gain. Phenomenon of eating food in response to stressful, difficult, depressing, and bored situation. Emotional eating is described as a craving for normally not so good foods, right? Those high-carb foods with little to no nutritional value. Emotional eating is often described as a craving for things like comfort food of ice cream, pizza, chocolate, cookies, chips, and fries drive you hungry. Sometimes strong food cravings strike when you are the weakest emotional point. That is not fair, you guys. Consciously or unconsciously, we turn to comfort. It can drive us to high-calorie intake without satisfying the hunger or solving the issues, and ultimately lead to a weight gain. So let's talk about this today, because I don't know about you, but that's a bummer. But don't worry, there's something we can do about it. So if we haven't met before, my name is Jen Plugin, your holistic empowerment coach, taking you from places stuck to authentic thriving, personal training, group fitness, life coaching, nutritional coaching, and educational stuff just like this. So let's dig in, go and subscribe, follow, and go and comment all throughout. Let me know what your thoughts are as we dig in here. So let's identify the signs first. This is important. The tendency to feel that intense hunger craving all of a sudden at the time of emotional stress is a warning sign, okay, of emotional eating. Before you take a snack or food, ask yourself, am I really hungry? For confirmation, wait. Yes, I'm going to say wait 15 to 20 minutes. And I want you to drink a glass of water. Observe how you feel. Sometimes our thirst is really mistaken for hunger. So usually emotional eaters crave comfort food, rather than a balanced diet. So although many people eat, less when they're experiencing strong emotions, some people actually eat more for comfort. So you're going to fall probably on one side. Those you either eat more or you eat less. But I work with a lot of people who have emotional eating. Like they eat, they're stress eaters. And so observe if it happens to you at the time of feeling negative emotions like stress, sadness, fear, boredom, anger, loneliness. Do you consume too much without enjoyment? This can also make you feel remorse, shame, guilt for your eating habits. And then you again turn to food for comfort. And yes, you're trapped in a vicious cycle of emotional eating. So what triggers emotional eating? Once you identify your signs of emotional eating and your observation confirms that you are eating not because you are hungry but because you're emotionally drained, then the next step is to understand what is the actual cause. Try to identify the cause of your emotional eating. For example, are you craving comfort food after a bad day at work? This is because of stress. Our body secretes stress hormone cortisol when we are stressed. It triggers the fight or flight response, an increase in breathing, heart rate, blood flow to muscles, and intense cravings of comfort food. The reason is to provide the body with fuel it needs to fight or flee. Research shows that people under, chronic stress levels have a risk for high cortisol levels and other type of things that are related to more of the emotional eating and the weight gain. So, in fact, really our emotions are so linked with eating patterns that you involuntarily reach for food at times of stress. Psychology even shows that when people connect food with happiness, peace, positive feelings, comfort, or any other feeling, then they develop this tendency for emotional eating. So we want to stop that. Sometimes knowing the cause of the problem can prevent you from actually acting out on thinking on it. Rapid tips to prevent emotional eating and weight gain. Are you ready? Want my rapid tips? Yes, Jen. All right. Number 1. Maintain a food journal. It is always recommended to maintain a food journal for the effective weight loss. I still do it. Write down what you eat, why you eat, when you eat, how much you eat, how you feel at the time of eating, how you feel afterwards, before, afterwards. Over time, you're going to see the connection between your moods and your habits and your eating patterns. Number 2, first relax, then eat. Okay, how many times do we eat first, right? This is key. When you are stressed or angry or tempted to eat everything inside, avoid it. 15, 20 minutes. Anything that can be, relaxing, a bubble bath, or breathing exercise, yoga, meditation, a walk. Calm yourself down and then see if you're still hungry. 3, don't deprive yourself. Stop the diet fads. When you cut out certain foods from your diet, you become deprived and your food cravings will only intensify to involve you secretly eating, right, and gaining extra weight. You eat like you never got to eat again. Number 4, battle with boredom. Instead of snacking when you're bored, try to distract yourself with something other than food. Read a book, take a walk, listen to music, watch a movie, do a new hobby. Number 5, get support. You are most likely to lose the battle against emotional eating if you don't have support. Talk with your family and friends, or make resolutions, or join support emotional overeating support groups. Just type in the chat, support group, and I'll get you information. Learn from the mistakes and move on. Remember, you're only human, and we all make mistakes. It's okay. You need to hear that. Like, it's okay. We all are going to give into our cravings for one day. Rather than blame ourselves or blame yourself and feel guilty for the actions, forgive yourself. And it's a new day. Analyze your mistakes and take the necessary steps to prevent them from happening in the future. Try to understand yourself, your emotional status, and the causes of the breakdown. Instead of turning to comfort food, delve yourself into your activities. Choose what's best for you, not to get struck while craving strike. Emotional eating not only affects your physical health, but it can impact your mental well-being and prevent. We need to prevent as much as possible. So if you struggle with this, I encourage you, join my support. So I'll be announcing tomorrow. I'm going to have a masterclass on emotional eating tomorrow, and I actually have a mindful eating course coming out that you can either do live with me or do at your own pace. And so that's going to come out tomorrow. Will be pre-sale for it, so you get it on a killer deal. But if you struggle with this, I get it. My big story is eating disorders, and so I get the battle with food and the battle of just trying to, not having a normal relationship with food, not having a healthy one, and really having to figure out how to make it so that I could, and be mindful of it and look at food as energy. And that's what we really have to do, and start changing food as a reward or a consequence or those kind of things. And so know this is possible for you. Take those things that I had listed out there and do them. At least one of them, and you're going to notice a significant difference. And if you'd like more information on my emotional eating and binge eating support group, they're meet a couple times a week. Please put support group in there in the chat, or you could email me through the show notes or direct message me. And if you keep your eye out for, I'll have YouTube masterclass, and I'll have some of my stories about my new emotional mindful eating course that's coming out. I'm super excited about it. So now you've got this. You got this. Not a problem. All right. Be brave. Be kind. Live authentically in our shine tribe. Remember, you're one habit away. Maybe one of those habits is one of the ones we list today. Subscribe, share. Until next time.